Hi, I'm Alex and I'm a wildlife biologist. Today I wanted to talk to you about wetlands. You might have already known, but wetlands are in a pretty bad spot ecologically. About 90 to 95% of wetlands in California have been lost, and about 50% of wetlands worldwide have been lost. And that's a lot of wetlands, to be honest. And they provide really critical ecosystem services. Like they provide flood control, they clean our water, they store carbon, they provide habitat for tons and tons of animals. They also support just vernal pool habitats and rare plants. The list goes on. It's a really important thing. Yet we just continue to keep building on them. We're turning them to agricultural lands. It's sad, honestly. One major type of animal that uses wetlands are migratory birds, specifically waterfowl. So that's ducks, geese, and swans. They go down basically avenues through the sky called flyways. And each winter they come, millions and millions of waterfowl come down these flyways and they hang out for the winter in the US. In California, they come to the Sacramento Valley, a lot of them, and it's it's honestly amazing. It was one of the first things I encountered in wildlife biology. I was working out at a wetland area and just seeing them fly over, just covering the sky and covering all the wetlands, and it was like going back in time. Just, I don't really know how to describe it other than I was in awe, and I knew that's how things were supposed to be. I'm really passionate about this, and I think we really need to try a little bit harder to protect our natural resources, especially wetlands. Rice fields in the Sacramento Valley have somewhat kind of made up for the loss of wetlands. However, it's not great habitat because the rice itself doesn't provide a lot of nutrition. So we really, in my opinion, need to prioritize restoring wetland habitat with a diversity of resources for the birds and other animals, such as different depths of pools and cover types, not just flat rice fields. And that's not good for the farmers either. So I think we really need to do that. Another cool thing is it's not just ducks, geese, and swans that migrate. Raptors also follow this migration that eat the ducks and swans. So that's a pretty neat sight to see. You'll see peregrine falcons a lot of the time, osprey, red-tailed hawks. There's definitely a lot of action to be found at a wetland. And if birds aren't your thing, and you're an animal fan, what about otters? River otters are also found in wetlands, and they're really cute, and they hang out in their little families, and you'll see them just running across the roadways and into little ponds. And another cool animal that lives in wetlands is the giant garter snake. It's endemic to Central California, and it's another one of the animals that I first interacted with in the wildlife industry, and just kind of made me fall in love. I wasn't a big snake fan before that. I wasn't against them, but I also wasn't let me hold that. But I went to this training and I got the opportunity to hold one, and it was the most beautiful, gentle creature. Just like so chill, and I almost just like completely switched directions. I was like, I'm only going to study giant garter snakes. Like, that's how cool it was. But I ended up, just doing a lot of wetland work. But these animals are, they specifically need wetlands to survive. Like I said, they're a threatened species under the Endangered Species Act, and you could understand why, because they live in California, and 90 to 95% of the habitat is gone. They have somewhat adapted to human habitats, like irrigation canals for farming, but it's it's not great, and like they could get displaced potentially. They suddenly just like turn on the water and it like rushes them away, and they also have been declining slowly over time, and they're not really sure exactly why. It could be like pesticides, lack of food resources. Yeah, so either way, like they're not doing super well, and they need like quality habitat where they're not getting disturbed by humans, and they provide ecosystem services. Like, they're important. They like eat like small like frogs and potentially mice and things that like carry diseases, and they aren't harmful to people at all. They're not venomous, at least not enough to hurt a human, really. And they're kind of just getting out competed, especially when they're young. Like bullfrogs, like American bullfrogs, are an invasive species, and they're just like eating them. And yeah, like when they get bigger, obviously like they can, but like if they don't get the chance to get bigger, then like they're not gonna be able to survive. So that's my other reason why we really need to protect the wetlands. All right, well, I could go on forever about all the different cool animals that live in wetlands, but I'll stop here. Let me know if there's some specific type of wetland animal or other animal that you want me to talk about. I really enjoy it. Like, I love learning about different animals and like sharing my knowledge, and just like making people happy when they find out a really cool fact about some strange animal. Like, animals are cool, wetlands are cool, and they do cool shit for us. Like, we need them. Like, seriousness aside, like, we need them for our mental health, to be happy, and for like ecosystem services as well. So yeah, like, basically, like, just talk about, like, I don't know, I guess my goal here is I want to share my knowledge so that other people feel excited about nature too, and they talk to other people about it, and that just goes along, and like the importance of it raises up, and it's more protected, and people are out enjoying it better, and everyone is just happier. So yeah, again, if there's something you want me to specifically talk about, your favorite animal, your favorite habitat, different types of carbon sequestration, you name it, let me know. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.